Hello, this is my game that I created for Games and Learning this semester. I created the game The Mathletics, which is a curveball on the classic game of Jeopardy! This is the home page, and you can see at the bottom it says the star students versus the diamond decimals. So in this box, it can be edited because it is a Jeopardy! Review-like game. You can edit the questions depending on the subject, depending on grade level, difficulty. So for this specific example, it is obviously a math game with being the Mathletics, and the topic being covered is decimals, which is why it is the star students versus the diamond decimals. Next, we have an example of the game board. So again, very similar setup to Jeopardy! Where there are 5 categories and questions that value from 100 to 500. So again, it also will range from difficulty. So the 100 questions are easier, they are skill-based, and they just get more and more difficult as you move down the board. The 500 are where there are word problems, high-order thinking, and what have you. So a couple twists from the classic Jeopardy! Game. So obviously the categories are all different hits that you can get in baseball. And then instead of just having the team that's up to bat choose a category, because everything is mixed in and topics are mixed in, the students actually will click on this spin in the top right corner, and it will take them to a wheel where they will have a choice. There is sound to it, and they will be able to come up to the board and take turns spinning so that the category is chosen randomly. So in this case, the student hit a double for their team. So then what will happen is they can go back to the game board, and now they will have access to select any question in the double category. Again, keeping in mind that 100 are easy and it gets harder as they go on. So if the student chose double for 100, this would be given to the team, and they would be able to work and collaborate as a group to figure out how they would like to answer the question, which states, say the following decimal properly. So this one will require the students to not use the word point and just say 10.9 or 09, but they will have to actually say it correctly. So when they are ready to give their answer, instead of saying what is, like the typical Jeopardy! Game, they will say batter up, and they will then be expected to give the correct answer. So if they get it correct, they will earn 100 points for their team. If they are incorrect, they will lose 100 points for the team. In order to get back to the home page, you will click on the spinning baseball to get back to the game board. And at this point, the next team would be up to bat. So again, they would click spin and launch the wheel, and then figure out which category they will be selecting from. Another twist that we have in this Mathletics game, throughout the board, similar to Daily Jeopardy! Or the Daily Double, where they get a kind of a bonus question, throughout the 25 questions, I have randomly put in what's considered a grand slam. So for instance, under the triple for 300, if a student or a team selected this, they would be given a grand slam slide. So this is kind of like a brain break. It's actually not very math related, but what's going to happen is the team will select one player to go up to the board. Again, this should be hopefully done on a smart board or an interactive whiteboard. So the student will have a chance to complete the baseball frenzy. So clicking on this baseball will take them to a short game in Scratch that I created. And the object of the game is to tap as many baseballs as the timer goes. They'll be moving around the screen. So I'll click start. Again, there are sound effects. So the object is to tap the baseballs. If they accidentally hit the bats, they will actually lose points. So you can see the scores in the corner. There's also a timer. This will go on for 30 seconds. They have 30 seconds to tap as many as they can, and then the buzzer will go and the objects will stop. So this is going to, and I'll just stop this for now. So that ending score is going to be added to their team score. So again, the grand slam, they are randomly hidden in the game board, and it just is a kind of a brain break for the students to earn extra points. So this will continue. Teams will take turns spinning and answering questions, and it will just keep rotating around until the game board is completely empty. At this time, it will go into Final Jeopardy, which is considered the 10th inning, the extra inning here. So at this time, the extra inning will start, where the teams now get to decide with whatever score they have at this point to create a wager. So they will have to collaborate again as a team and strategically find out how much they want to bet, and then they will be given the Final Jeopardy question. So again, the sound on this slide, instead of playing the classic Jeopardy theme song, I have Take Me Out to the Ball Game instrumental playing while they solve. Once the teams are done, I will show the answer. They will share their wages and determine if they will be adding or losing points. And then finally, the umpire, which would be the teacher or the student in charge of the game, will tally up their results to find the overall winner. So that is the Mathletics. Again, it is a twist on the classic game of Jeopardy. Thank you.